Okay guys, so just going to show you the Norwegian Krone because today the central bank raised interest rates in Norway and signaled further interest rate hikes are coming in March of 2022. So the central bank raised its interest rate from 0.25% to 0.5%, so a 25 basis point rate hike. And then they signaled traders that there's more interest rate hikes coming at their policy statement. You can see here the policy rate will most likely be raised in March. The reason for this, if you read this statement, which I'll give you the link for, they're basically saying that inflationary pressures are rising because of high energy costs that the whole world is experiencing at the same time. So if we look at the Norwegian economy, we can see that inflation is at 3.5%. That's above the central bank's 2% target. So this is why they're raising rates now to try to make sure that that inflation target comes back down to 2%. On the flip side, if you look at the Norwegian krone against the euro, we've been in a long-term downtrend with the Norwegian krone has continuously ground lower and been strengthening against the euro. We initially saw the euro get very strong against the Norwegian krone back in 2020 when the pandemic first started, but that's because the oil price was battered and it dramatically dropped. And as we know, Norway's key export is oil and petroleum products, accounts for over 50% of their exports. So if you look at this chart here, you can see that when, for an example, the price of oil is going higher, you can see here from 2001 all the way to 2008, the oil price was going higher for 7 years, and the Norwegian krone, for an example, was getting stronger against the US dollar for 7 straight years. Soon as the oil price tanked in value, the US dollar got stronger against the Norwegian krone. As soon as the oil price started to rise again, the Norwegian krone got stronger against the US dollar. And you can clearly see there's an opposite correlation because as the oil price goes higher, more money comes into Norway to pay for that oil export. And that means that the Norwegian krone is in higher demand and rest of world reserves of Norwegian kronas are depleting because more money is coming into their country than more money is going out. And when you compare exchange rates, you're always comparing rest of world reserves to each other as a ratio to get the exchange rate value. So look, guys, you can clearly see they literally mirror each other. So we've seen, guys, when we look at the oil price, we know the oil price has been rallying higher throughout 2021. You can see there's been a massive recovery in the price of oil, and that explains why the Norwegian krone has been getting a lot stronger against the euro. So on a technical basis, we have this beautiful trend line. We've had multiple retests, and we've now sold off this trend line again. And with the central bank signaling more rate hikes are coming, you can expect the Norwegian krone to strengthen against the euro because currently, from the current rate of 0.5%, we're expecting another rate hike in March, and then by November of next year, the rate will be at 1%. And as we know, when we're matching up interest rate differentials between two countries, that just means the Norwegian krone will be very attractive to trade against the euro. Because, for an example, with Europe's interest rate currently, as you can clearly see here, at minus 0.06, and the Norwegian rate expected to go up to 1%, then we can see, guys, that if you sell euros to buy Norwegian kronas, you will earn an interest rate into your trading account over 365 days. You'll earn a 1% credit into your trading account. It's the daily rollover. That's very profitable for big funds with a lot of money. And then, of course, if the exchange rate then goes down in value at the same time by 10% in a year, you can be making an 11% return on your money, just understanding the flow of money. So no one's going to be selling Norwegian kronas and buying euros at this moment in time because you lose money every day you hold that trade open. So it doesn't make any sense unless for some reason oil prices crash again, or whether the European Central Bank changes its policy from keeping rates very low and starts to raise rates, or maybe Norwegian Central Bank doesn't raise rates. That's when there could be a policy divergence that is no longer in favor of the Norwegian krone. But at the moment, it's firmly in the Norwegian krone's favor. So if there's no lockdowns again, if this new variant isn't as damaging as the markets are hoping it won't be, then we should expect this trend to keep grinding lower, and obviously we'll enter multiple positions in this currency pair and make money on the downside. So that's just an analysis, guys, of what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to enter a trade for this currency pair. That's just the fundamentals behind the whole currency setup. So again, guys, that's what I'll be trading. If you're not in my trading team, come trade this with me. You can get a 60-day free trial, follow my trades, membership support team, and we'll show you how to open trades, close trades, use risk management. and test the service over a 60-day period. So hope this makes sense, guys. That's my analysis on the Norwegian krona and rate hikes that should strengthen the currency. Thank you for watching.